I built the world's fastest laptop gaming setup that has an RTX 5090 gaming laptop. Okay, so first off, we have the gaming laptop itself, which is an RTX 5090 gaming laptop. So I literally have the most powerful laptop that you could buy. This one is the Gigabyte Aorus Master 18. And yeah, I picked this thing up for close to $6,000. I think it was around like 5,500 or so. So yeah, we have a really expensive gaming laptop. And it was overall just really hard to get. But for this setup, we have literally the fastest and most powerful gaming laptop. And I'm pretty sure this is honestly more expensive than most people's gaming PCs. And here it is. This thing is the Gigabyte Aorus Master 18. Yeah, this thing literally has the most powerful graphics card that a laptop can have. And it also has a really powerful CPU inside as well. So yeah, I am building literally the fastest and most powerful gaming laptop setup with this laptop right here, which is just absolutely ridiculously insane. And if we take a look at the specs, obviously we have the RTX 5090. I mean, I literally don't even have the GPU for this in my actual main PC, and it's literally inside of this gaming laptop. And then for the CPU, it does have an Intel Core Ultra 9 275HX. So a really powerful CPU inside of this laptop as well. And yeah, this laptop overall just draws a ton of power just because this thing has the RTX 5090, an absolutely ridiculous graphics card inside of this laptop, which is why this thing definitely needs the fastest peripherals to really take advantage of the super insane performance that this laptop has. Okay, so now moving on to the peripherals in this laptop gaming setup. I mean, since the laptop has a literal RTX 5090, it was only right for me to get the fastest peripherals for this setup, especially a laptop cooler, just because the laptop honestly overheats a decent amount, which is why I literally picked up a $180 laptop cooling pad from Razer. I'm pretty sure this is a new product from Razer. I don't think they ever made like a laptop cooling fan, but here it is. And yeah, this Razer laptop cooling pad is definitely really necessary. And yeah, this is definitely one of the more premium laptop fans, not like the cheaper ones I bought in the past that was like only $30 that literally barely cooled down your laptop. I mean, this thing is $180. I'm expecting this thing to literally turn the laptop into like a refrigerator. And just taking a look at like the laptop, there is like preset and custom fan curves, having 3 interchangeable magnetic frames, remappable control buttons, 3-port USB Type A hub, an ultra fine dust filter, smart cooling. Yeah, there's literally just so many features with this laptop cooling pad. And I mean, the box is just huge, so this thing is definitely gonna help with this laptop. All right, let's go ahead and take this thing out, and oh my, bro, this thing is actually huge. So this is what the laptop cooling fan is looking like. It's literally bigger than the laptop, which is just super insane. There's like so many levels to this thing. Let's go ahead and just take this thing out. And this laptop fan could also be used as like a laptop stand, which is really cool. So that honestly is a plus, since you guys don't need to buy anything to elevate the laptop to kind of make it higher so you guys can see it easier. But yeah, here is the fan. You guys can see there's like a big huge fan in the middle. We have like these little foam things that trap like the cool air. It also comes with this thing right here, which is just the accessories, and inside there's just like more of these like foam stuff. Basically, you just want to trap the cool air as much as possible with this laptop fan. I gotta figure out how to actually use this thing because there's so many like levels and these little bar stuff. I don't know, but it did say it's all magnetic, so it should be pretty easy to use. I've never used such an expensive cooling fan. So okay, so here is the laptop cooling pad. We have the cooling pad right here. We have 2 more pieces for this fan. I'm not sure how these are used. And then on the bottom, you guys can see this is like the huge fan, and it has all like this vent stuff for like the cooling to push like the air out and stuff. Definitely not like those super cheap cooling fans. This thing definitely feels a lot more premium since it is from Razer, unlike the other fans that are like 20 bucks coming from straight China or whatnot. Okay, so it's just honestly preference. So we're just gonna get rid of this and just go ahead and use all the foam parts. And yeah, here is the laptop cooling fan. This thing slides way too easily, so I'm not sure if like the cool air can escape But we definitely need to see if spending $180 for this thing is worth it for the setup. We gotta really do like a before and after temperature check for the laptop. But yeah, basically how it works is you just plug it in and I'm pretty sure it just starts literally from there. Really, really cool. All right, so for the keyboard, we have the Razer Huntsman V3 Pro Mini. I decided to check out another popular keyboard that's also really, really fast within like the Fortnite Pro community. And instead of the Wu-Tang or the Apex Pro, the Razer Huntsman V3 comes in at about $120 to $130. So it's honestly much cheaper than those two keyboards. And at that price, it also has the really, really same features. So we have the adjustable actuation points, just like the two other keyboards. We have the rapid trigger mode. So this is honestly the first gaming keyboard that came out with the rapid trigger mode. I reviewed it last summer, I'm pretty sure, and this thing was going so popular. It was literally deemed as like a cheating gaming keyboard, which is just insane. So yeah, really, really solid gaming keyboard for around $120. Now, honestly, you guys could save money by just using like the laptop's keyboard. Since I literally just spent $5,000 just for the laptop itself, but when I reviewed the laptop and used the keyboard, that thing was just so unplayable. So I already knew I had to get a keyboard for it. Yeah, here is the Huntsman V3 Pro Mini. Super, super small keyboard, I gotta say. Inside we have like the manuals and stuff. And then we also have the USB-C to USB Type A cable. All right, let's go ahead and check out this Huntsman V3 Pro. There are still like a decent amount of pros that still use this keyboard. So although it's not one of the top keyboards people use, this thing is still really, really good. Here it is. This thing looks absolutely amazing. Like the materials and everything looks really, really nice with this keyboard. So yeah, this keyboard has Razer's optical switches and it's relatively fast. The only thing I know about this keyboard is that it's really, really loud, which is why a lot of people honestly don't use this keyboard. But regardless of that, this keyboard is definitely really, really fast. Here's a quick sound test of the keyboard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone in the other room could literally just hear this keyboard. This thing is actually like really, really loud, but its premium build is definitely really solid. We have like a full aluminum build, I'm pretty sure, and it's just not too heavy, but also not too light. We do have the Razer analog optical switches, still some really, really fast switches. I just take off this keycap. You guys can see the switches. This thing is kind of like black, which is really cool. And yeah, this is just some Razer optical switches, fully customizable in the Razer software. So you guys can go for like the lowest actuation point, making this thing literally identical to the Apex Pro. And now for the gaming mouse, we have another Razer product. We have the Razer Viper V3 Pro. I mean, this video is literally slowly turning into a Razer sponsor video, but I guarantee you guys, this is not sponsored by Razer at all. Although if Razer is watching this video, you guys can gladly sponsor me. But yeah, the Razer V3 Pro, arguably literally the fastest mouse you can buy right now, which I believe is better than Superlight just because like the switches are a lot faster. But yeah, the Razer V3 Pro comes in at $180. So yeah, this thing is honestly just a really, really expensive setup. I'm pretty sure right now it's at about like what? $6,300 total already. But yeah, I had to go with a super lightweight mouse, which is the Razer Viper V3 Pro. And this one is in white, so everything else is black besides the mouse. And here it is. This thing is absolutely amazing. Weighing in at only 55 grams. This is a really, really lightweight mouse. And I'm pretty sure it has a 8,000 hertz polling rate. So the sensor of this mouse is honestly overkill for most of you guys. But yeah, this thing has an 8,000 hertz wireless polling rate using Razer's optical mouse switches Gen 3, 55 grams, ultra lightweight design. Really, really cool mouse. And yeah, a lot of pros use this mouse, so you guys already know this thing is absolutely insane. Really just holding this thing, it's super, super lightweight. And it honestly just feels like the Superlight. It kind of has like the Superlight build, but it is faster than the Superlight. So this thing is a really, really good mouse. And quickly, you guys just hear like the click and the sound of this mouse. This thing sounds amazing. And yeah, since this is the fastest laptop, we had to get the fastest mouse as well. I don't even know what mouse beats this mouse. Let me know in the comments down below, but yeah, this is probably the fastest mouse you can get. And here is what the entire laptop gaming setup is looking like. And in total, everything costs well above $6,000. $1,000, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So over here we have the RTX 5090 gaming laptop, literally the laptop that's powering everything. And then actually below that we have Razer's newest cooling pad for laptops, and it's basically just one huge laptop fan that actually cools down your laptop, which is really helpful since this laptop does have the RTX 5090. Honestly overheats really easily, so having this laptop cooler is definitely really helpful, especially since this is one of the most expensive laptop coolers, coming in at about $140, which is just absolutely ridiculous. And to actually turn this thing on, there are buttons on the side, and let me go ahead and just turn this on. You guys can see the RGB glowing through this cooler, and then there we go. You guys can hear the laptop fan already getting to work, and oh my, this thing is actually like really cool. I can literally just feel it just from sitting like what, 5 feet back. And then with the buttons, you guys can also adjust like the fan speed, so you guys can see from the RGB how much fan speed and how fast it's going. And then I can also max this thing out, and oh my god, bro, this thing is loud. And over here we have the Razer Huntsman V3 Mini, a gaming keyboard that's super fast, just like the Apex Pro. And yeah, this thing is honestly really loud, but it's somewhat cheap for a really fast gaming keyboard. It does have rapid trigger as well as adjustable actuation points, so this thing is a really fast gaming keyboard. And then next to that, we have this Razer Viper V3 Pro, literally the fastest mouse that you could buy. It's really fast, coming in at 55 grams only, so it's also really lightweight. All right, so now we have Fortnite loaded up on this gaming laptop, and with the RTX 5090, I mean, this thing is getting close to 800 FPS. We're getting about like 730, 750 FPS or so. And actually right now, I don't have the cooling fan turned on. I'm gonna go ahead and just play on this laptop for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes, kind of see what the temperature we get without it being on first. And then in the middle of the game, I might just turn it on, and then we're gonna be seeing if it actually helps with our performance as well as the temperature. Once we start building with this laptop, we're getting about like 400 to 500 FPS still. So yeah, we're running pretty consistently about 450 FPS as I'm building. And something I definitely gotta say about this keyboard, it honestly feels way too fast. It's like really fast for some reason. I can't even register my editing time, bro. This thing is actually really fast. I literally set this thing to 0.1 actuation point. Yeah, regardless, this thing is still very fast. Same thing with the mouse. Every time I play on a mouse that's literally like less than 60 grams, I gotta start getting used to it. It takes about like 10 minutes or so, but this thing is just super light. It just feels weird, you know? It just feels way too light and fast. All right, now we're in an actual game, and if you guys take a look at the FPS we're still getting, I mean, this thing is still running well above like 320 FPS right now. And I just realized this is a completely new reload map, so the performance is a lot different from the last time when I actually used this RTX 5090 gaming laptop. But regardless, I'm gonna turn on the laptop cooler about halfway into this match to really see how good the laptop fan is. Hopefully it boosts the FPS and maybe like lower the temperature of the GPU and like CPU, but no way. 200? I gotta actually get used to this mouse. This thing feels so weird. Every time I play on this mouse, it just completely throws off my aim. It's right here. 19. Full box. Crack. 200. Let's go. Yeah, this keyboard is fast. It's definitely fast. 200. Let's go. Quick little refresh right here. Yeah, the laptop is still running at about like 300 FPS or so. So we're still running really well. But let's go ahead and turn on the laptop fan now. This thing is about to be like really loud, but we're gonna go ahead and see how much FPS we get now. Hopefully the temperature is also better, and oh my, bro. This thing is loud. Oh my, it's louder than the game. I literally cannot hear the game now. It's definitely louder than the game. I'm not even joking, bro. It's actually so hard to hear the game now, but oh my, this guy is one. 200? 60? Crack. 200. I gotta pop this. I don't even know what's going on just because of how loud this freaking fan is, but Hopefully we could figure this out. We just gotta literally like navigate from here. Okay, right off the bat though, the GPU temperature definitely decreased. I noticed that. We're at about like 50 degrees now, so it definitely decreased. I kind of have to speak louder than usual just because this fan is actually like killing me. I cannot hear the game. All I'm hearing is literally the fan and it's cool air just blowing all over me. Pause. But right here, right here. Crack. 200. Oh my. Oh my. This keyboard is wild. This keyboard is wilding out. Chilling up there, bro. He's still there. Crack. 200. Perfect, perfect, perfect. My gun didn't shoot. I promise you my gun didn't shoot. My gun didn't shoot. All right, so now we have Warzone opened up, and I already know the fans are gonna be extra loud with Warzone just because the temperatures was super high the last time I tried it out. If you guys take a look at the temps right now, we're running about 55 degrees Celsius for the GPU and 66 degrees Celsius for the CPU. And then we have the airplane motor freaking, I don't know what the heck it is under this damn laptop that's just so freaking loud. But the cooling works though. That's like probably the best part. The cooling works. I can definitely feel like the cool air coming out of here, but take a little bit of the inside. You guys can see the fans literally working overtime. But regardless, in Warzone, we're pushing at about like 210, 220 FPS. Pretty solid on all low settings. I literally cannot hear footsteps at all. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Get me out, get me out. Oh yeah, he got the movement. He got the movement, guys. I'm trying my best to hear footsteps. It's actually so hard. Oh my. Oh crap. Bro. Okay. We're running pretty consistently like 200 FPS though. The only problem is I literally cannot hear footsteps. That's literally the only problem. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with Warzone just because I literally cannot hear anything, but let's go, bro. GG's.